guys, welcome back. This is what does the future have in store for us. So we're going to do deck 1 and deck 2. At the moment I'm working off, I keep seeing this little black thing on my nose, but it's my shadow or something. I think it's the camera, but I can't quite work it out. So deck number 1 and deck number 2. Think about you, think about your person that's going to the future. Let's see what's in store for you and them. What's going to happen between the two of you. It's really bugging me. I have to like duck my head a bit. Okay, can you tell me please, what does the future have in store for those that have picked deck number 1? What does the future have in store for them and their person when we get into their feelings energy, into their thoughts, feelings, energy, thought processes, emotions? What does the future have in store for them and their person? And into the collector's energy a little bit more. We need to go back into the people watching energy. Decks everywhere. Okay. Can you tell me, what does the future have in store? Let's have that one. Okay. Can you tell me what the future has in store for them and their person? What does the future have in store for them? 2. How many do you want? 9. My guide says 9. And 2 pink heart ones. What does the future have in store? 1, 2. Future have in store for them and their person. These cards are alright so far. 2, 3. So what I'm going to do with this is we're jumping down the line from where you are at this point in time. We're stepping into the future. So if you're not in contact, if you are in contact, if you're not with them or if you are with them, this is going to the future of you and them, okay? So this could be at any point in time in your future, just what is going on and what is in store. So I'm going to use 2 of these ones as well. My little cute pink heart ones. I do love them. I love the back of them. Match my hair. Okay. Can you give me 2 cards for the collective for deck number 1? What does the future have in store for them and their person? Okay. That was good. That was good. That was good. Okay. So this has been a bit of a rough ride for you with endurance, okay? These are kind of flagging up more about the here and now. Feeling like you've been having to hold at the castle, feeling as if you've been having to hold the fort with more. Now we're stepping into the future, communication is going, but you are still going to be feeling a little bit heavily burdened by it all, a little bit struggling. Your castles are in the background. Some of you won't be living together at the moment. In the future you won't be, because you've got your 2 separate houses, but there is love between the 2 of you. Later on in life things will move forward into the future. There's still going to be a few issues that haven't been spoken about with the worms in the ground. I don't know if you can see them. A few issues that won't have been communicated about, and there will also be people trying to dig their heels in a little bit. So just be aware of that. Keep yourself to yourself when it comes to this relationship, because there are quite a few snakes in the grass in your collective energy. So just be careful what you're telling. Also, I have just had a really clear, clairvoyant image of someone that is really jealous. So somewhere in your collective energy, there is a person that's really jealous of you. So just be careful of who you're telling your shit to. Oh, it's raining cats and dogs out there. Okay, so in the future, there is still going to be an element of clinging on to the past and clinging on to all this endurance and hard stuff that you have gone through. This relationship has not been an easy relationship. It has had a lot of curveballs. Things have been going great at times, and you will still be going a little bit backwards and forwards. Now the reason for this is because it's more of a divine relationship. You will be taking leaps of faith with it all. You will be gaining trust with each other. You've got 3 aces, so these are really, really good cards. Actually, they're all really good cards. Taking a leap of faith, going with the flow of it. There will be frustration with this guy. He is quite frustrated. And there will be a number of choices and decisions that will have to be made. Now, these choices and decisions are to do with emotions, communication, and also spirit work, I am being told to tell you. Again, there are multiple hands holding it together, so be careful who you are communicating your stuff to. there are people trying to point you in different directions, so you need to be guided by your own intuition about what you want to do, and that involves you and them in your future as you're working towards it, what your future has in store with them. You need to work together rather than listening to what other people say. Your person, some of you in this deck, your collective energy, your person can be easily led, so it's just being aware of that, making the camera move loads, I'm sorry. So you've got Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. And the only one you haven't got is Cups. And in fact, I'm going to do one more shuffle just in case it comes out. Can I just have one more? It probably won't, but I just want to check. I will laugh if it does. Can I have one more? It hasn't come out. Okay. I just thought I'd double check. So you have got passion, you have got logic, you have got stability, you have got family. There will be heart-centered emotions, there will be love emotions here, but these are your new beginnings acting here. There's going to be a lot of following intuition, there's going to be a lot of following instinct, there's going to be a lot of things moving forward. Third eyes are all activated, roses are fully unfurled, the situation is moving forward. You're grounded, you're feeling like you've conquered the maze, you're moving into your new futures together, and there has been a light at the end of the tunnel. So you're stepping, your future's looking really, really good. Some of you, there are children involved. Some of you, this will be children of other people's. This is also a celebration, third-party relationships. Most of you will be moving into your relationship with this person. There will still be an element of her, and there will still be an element, if there are kids involved, that this is going to be quite difficult, but just be aware of that, because obviously any situation where it involves other people and children is hard. So if that is your case, if you are the third party, you need to be aware of that. Some of you will be taking on other people's children, some of you will be getting pregnant, some of you will be getting married, and you also have the lovers, 2 lovers on this card, things moving forward. So your future looks great. I might just pull you 3 more. Why not? Why not? Can I just have 3 more for the future of those that picked deck number 1? I'm going to try not to lean on the table and bash the camera around. Have 3 more cards for those that picked deck number 1. Just heard union. This card just jumped out of 3 of Wands, normally actions, but I just heard union, so that's good. Can I have 2 more for deck number 1? Thanks. Okay, there is going to be a lot of weighing up choices and decisions. This is also where you are now with the blue and the communication. Communication will be stepping forward once the weighing up of the choices and decisions have come. Also with the 3 of Wands, this is action, but into your future. This will be action, this will be keeping balance. There will need to be an element of keeping peace if this has been quite a traumatic situation that you 2 have been guided in together. You've got the Knight of Swords, a need for immediate attention. Some of you might be cutting off communication with them, which will then make them move forward towards you. You will be standing in your power, and you will be working towards your new beginnings, working towards your future, working towards everything that you've dreamed of. So hang on in there. Let me just get you 1 more from the little pink deck. Your future looks really good. Yeah, it's going to be about letting things go from the past. So this card says move on. But this is about letting go of all of the stuff that is built up for this relationship to move forward. You are not going to be able to move this relationship forward unless you let go of the past, both of you. Not just one of you, both of you. And you work together, bringing a future together. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. So this is why it's saying move on. It's blowing hearts, it's blowing kisses, it's the wheel of fortune turning in your direction. And it will move, and your future looks really blessed with all the aces involved. Not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy relationship because there is so much water under the bridge. But what it is going to be is a loving one, and a passionate one, and a happy one that is based on intuition and guidance. Not easy, but blessed, which is lovely. So that's deck number 1. You're looking good. Your future looks great. Okay, let's do deck number 2, 929. Can I have, how many cards did I do then? No. Can I have the collective energy of those that picked deck number 2? I'm going to have to tighten up my camera. The collective energy. Oh, a little block going on there. Let me do that one more time. Can I have permission to get into my collective's energy? Thank you. And think about your person. Can I get into their thoughts, feelings, energy, emotions, and processes? So again, like deck number 1, what I'm going to do is this is going to skip you down the line to whenever you're moving forward together. This is what your future is going to be like with your person. There's a block in your person's as well. Can I get into their permission to get into their person's collective energy? Okay, so your relationship in the future will still be a little bit closed off. It's still going to be hard to communicate with them. They're still not going to 100% let you in on everything. Just give me guide, get me guide sorted out. Tell me when. Thanks. And he said, and again, he says, like a ringmaster in a circus. Okay. Right, can you tell me please what the future has in store for those that have picked deck number 2? What is behind the door of deck number 2? What does the future have in store for them and their person? Okay. Interesting. What does the future have in store for them and their person when they come together? Okay, these are complicated cards. Let me get 2 from your little pink love deck and I will talk you through everything. I might need some clarifying cards as well. Can I have 2 cards for the collective that I picked deck number 2? 1. And 1 more. Okay. I just want a clarifying card. Can you give me a clarifying card for those 2? What's that to do with? This is going to be, my guide is saying, a bit of a tough road because there is going to be a lot of stuff that has happened that will need recovering from. And the past, you cannot move this situation forward without ending it first. Without ending it first. 2 of the death cards. The door on the past of this relationship will have to be shut. Some of you are repeating the same story and that will be because you have been lied to, that you've been deceived, you've been feeling alone, that you've been feeling abandoned, that you feel that they've let you down. Some of you it won't just be deception, some of you it'll be to do with how they felt about you. You felt that they've lied, you felt that there's fear involved. And so for this relationship to move forward, that has got to end for you to have a future together. Now, and remember, I'm skipping further down the line. This is like wherever you are at this point in time, for you and this person to come together and have a good future, this has got to be put to bed. What's the best way of them putting this to, what's the best way of this situation, all the stuff that has happened, putting it to bed? Falls to the floor, comes to your door. Okay, so you've got power and it gets better. So the past will have to be put to bed, and that will come from you gaining your power, gaining your strength. Your heart is going to get healed. This relationship can move forward and you can look towards a nicer future with this person. Some of you are going to have babies, but it's not going to be easy. There has got to be a lot of stuff that has to be recovered from in the past. A lot of you have been very, very hurt by this relationship, so therefore the situation must end for it to get better. and that means wherever you are at this point in time, it can progress from there. There is an element of freedom that comes from this, and that comes from self-love and self-care. Again, there is quite a few cheating situations that will be going on here. Some of you, it will just be fear. Again, fear situations, which is why the past has got to be put to bed. Some of you, it will be literal deception. And again, if you want this to progress, you're going to have to it's going to be hard. You've got to learn to trust each other again. But the past will have to be put to bed for this to progress forward. Also with the Six of Cups over here, so it's a lot of past reflecting. You are going to have to work very, very hard with your person to find your stable ground, to find your mutual ground between the two of you. Now, it isn't just cheating and it isn't just deception of that. It's because of the situation. If you're not in contact and you feel like they've ghosted you and they've abandoned you and everything along those lines, this is where the energy is. There is a lot of stuff that needs to be healed for this relationship to move forward, and it will do. It will do if you let it. If you release the situation to be in the space that it needs to be, it can move forward. This is a clarifying card with the Chariot. It can move forward. They have a lot of heart-centered emotions towards you. There is love, and there is a divine relationship. And divine relationships are never ever easy, but it's written in the stars. It's about standing in your power, standing strong, and telling this person. You will have to put your foot down and tell them. And then you will have to work on your mutual ground between the two of you. Then the thoughts can turn into actions and movement can happen, and you and them can progress. There is going to be spirit guiding over this, as well as, like I said, you've got some of you having babies. Also birthing, new births of a relationship, things moving forward. But you can only move forward for the two of you if you let this go, which ain't gonna be easy. And especially where you are right now, because some of you are really, really mad and I'm saying this and you're thinking, well, Ali, well, you know, but you can do it. You can do it if you want this relationship to work. Can you tell me what happens if they let go of the past? If them and their person let go of their past, will they have a good future? Will there be a happy future if they let go of the past? It's going to be challenging because there's a lot of water under the bridge, but love conquers all. So if you wish this relationship to progress, you can let it, but you've both got to work at it and not let the fears get in the way. Then you move forward to family surroundings, family goals. You've got the Chariot again. So if you can release the past to the extent of you and them moving the situation forward, you're moving into family territory, you're moving into stability. There will still be, you will still feel, a lot of you, that you're watching your back and you're worried that something is going to happen again. But once you get over that fear and you and them move forward and you gain trust, and you gain trust over time, you and this person can move forward together in union into a future. But the past has got to be put to bed for that to happen. Then you have your family, then you have your kids. Some of you will get married. I can see engagement rings clairvoyantly, but the past has got to go for this to move forward. There is no way that your future will be good if you hold on to the past. And I've just got to say it brutally, because that's the way it's coming over to me. That's the way Spirit are saying it. Even if you give me a thumbs down, you know, I don't care. It's gonna be there. That's what's happening. I've got to be honest with you. It's my job. If I didn't tell you the truth, it'd be a shit tarot reader. So the past will have to go. The element of past will have to go for this to move forward. But once you do that and you get in your power and you get in your strength and you say, no mate, my way or the highway, this relationship will move forward and you will have your happy future with them. But it's not going to be easy. But it will be worth it. Sorry. That's step number 2. The way it is. Okay. If you want to book a private reading, email mysticlovetarot@gmail.com. If you want to find me on Instagram, it is just mysticlovetarot, and I will speak to you all soon. Yeah, interesting readings, deck 1 and deck 2. Deck 2, try not to stress. Try not to stress. And remember, this is your collective energy, so your individual circumstances will all be different, but as your collective energy, that is where it is. The past has got to be put to bed for it to move forward. The camera's so wobbly. Alright guys, take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.